welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you everything that I'm taking to the Pinsane London Pin Trading event in July. I have a table ticket this time, so I thought it'd be a really fun video to show what I'm taking to the pin event for a table ticket. And I will be giving some tips as to what to take if you're doing a walk around ticket as well. I have done a walk around ticket at a few pin events now, so I do have some tips to share. I've definitely learned along the way. But this time I'm having a table, so I'm really excited to show you everything that I'm bringing. Just a quick disclaimer, I do have the fan on because it's like 30 degrees in the UK, and as a British person, I cannot cope with it being hot, so I've put it on a low setting. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but I don't think I could exist in this room if I did not have the fan on. A lot of the items that I'm going to show you will probably be quite obvious to take to a pin event. You know, you'll probably be thinking, well, duh, of course I would take that. But there are people that have never been to a pin event before, so hopefully this will be helpful. I've got some things that I think are must-haves, but I've also got some stuff that is nice to have, but not a necessity, but just stuff that I find makes the event a bit more fun. So I'm doing both days in London. I'm doing Saturday and Sunday with a table ticket. I opted to do a table this time because my pin book was starting to get really heavy. When I went to the Stu Pins event in March, I was really struggling to carry the pin book around, and I just think having a table is going to be a lot easier. My partner doesn't collect pins, so it would be nice for him to have somewhere to sit with me, just so he's not left out. But yeah, I just think a table is going to be best for me. But obviously some people find that a walk around ticket works best for them because they can go to all the different booths and tables and, you know, sort of mingle with everyone. And that is definitely a fun aspect of having a walk around ticket. But I think the logistics of it just makes it so much easier for me if I have a table. But this is the first time doing it, so I'll see how it goes. So the first thing, which is going to sound really obvious, but obviously don't forget to take your pins for trading. Whether you've got pins that fill a little board like this, or you've got a whole pin book like I've got, it doesn't matter. You will have an amazing time. You can purchase pins whilst you're there. Obviously it's for trading as well, but just if you've got even just like 5 pins, please come because it's so much fun. You'll make so many pin friends and you'll just be counting down the days to the next event. So I keep most of my pins in the Pinfolio Pro window folder, and I opted for the blue like cover foam sheet. This is actually pretty much full to the brim now. When I went to my first pin event last year, I had maybe 2 pages, and I've managed to accumulate quite a lot of traders. So this is my main pin trading book, and then I think I'm going to take one of the smaller pin folios, actually something like this, just to pop a few extra pins in, because I am running out of space and it's getting a bit crowded. I won't go through my pin traders in this video because I want to make a separate video like showing all of my traders and how I price them. I really need to get myself organized for the Pinsane event, so that will be coming up soon. But this is a really great folder for a walk around ticket because it comes with a long shoulder strap that has a shoulder pad, but you can also carry it around a bit like a briefcase or a laptop case as well. What is also quite nice about this is that it is quite big. You can fit quite a bit in here. I'm pretty sure there's 5 sheets inside, and when I went to pin events in the past, I would just put the pins that I've traded for in the back of the folder and keep the ones that I'm trading in the front, and there was enough room to do that. I think now this is full. I've got other things I'm going to use for my traders, which I'll show. But I think if you're starting out, and even if you've only got enough to fill 1 page, investing in a really good folder from Pinfolio would be the best option, because you'll have a lot of space to grow. I mean, it's taken me quite a long time to fill this folder up, and I think if I organised it a bit better, I probably could fit a little bit more in here, but that will be a job for another day. That brings me on to my next point. So I have filled up the Pinfolio Pro window now with traders. So I grabbed one of these Pinfolio Max shows. My plan with this is to keep this empty for the pin event and then pop all the pins that I've traded for into this folder. I think that's going to be an easier way to keep them separate. And there is quite a lot of space in this folder. This one is empty, but if you look at it compared to the size of my hand, there is quite a lot of room. And there are 2 pages, and then you have the front page as well. This is something that I've recently needed to do because I have filled up that folder, but if you've got space at the back of your folder, just pop your traders into there, like the pins you've traded for. You don't need to get a separate one. I'm only doing it because I am running out of room. But yeah, I really love this colour, so I'm really glad that these came back in stock at Stupins just in time for the pin event. Another thing that I'm bringing that I think is a bit more specific to a table ticket is these mini pin folio boards. So these come in, I think, packs of 5, but when you buy like a 5-pin park trading set from Stupins, you get 1 single board. So I think I've bought a few of those over the past year or so, so that's why I've got just 3 random ones. I think these will be handy to have just if people want to pull pins out of the pin book that they want to trade for, they can like pop a few pins on here and then we can work out a trade. If I somehow run out of room in the empty pin folder that I'm taking, I can pop a few extra pins on here as well. So I think it would just be handy to just have these just in case. Whether I'll use them or not, I don't know, but I'm going to take them just because I have them. The next thing is quite specific to a table ticket. I've got these plate rests and I've also made a free trading board, so if anyone wants to do like any pin for any pin, they can. They don't need to like ask permission to trade with me. I'm just going to pop this on the table. So I grabbed a pack of these, so I thought it'd be quite nice to have this on the table. You know, I can pop this in here, I can take it off quite easily if I need to, which I thought was good. I just stuck this to the pin board. I think I hot glued it actually, but I don't know if that's going to last very well, but it will be good for the first pin event with the table. So I've got these stands which I'm going to use to pop this on, and I haven't got them here with me, but I've got a few frames that I'm going to put like my Instagram name on, put like a little sign, you know, just so people welcome to the table and things like that. So I did grab like a few more of these, and then I can just pop extra bits in these on the table. Having any pin for any pin trade board is completely optional. You do not have to offer up free trades. I just thought it would be fun because I had quite a lot of like Walt Disney World level traders that I was happy to swap out. So I just popped a few on this board. I might add some more before I go to the event when I sort through the traders in the folder, but these are the ones that I've got so far. This might seem quite obvious, but again, bring some extra pin backs. I don't think I've ever actually needed to use these at a pin event, but I know that if I don't bring them, I will end up needing them. You don't need to bring a whole bag like this, but just pop a few extra ones in your folder, in your purse, in your pocket, wherever. Just have them just in case. You know, if you buy some pins and you haven't got enough space in the back of your folder, you're going to want to put some pin backs on them to keep them safe. So yeah, take some extra pin backs if you can. Even just a handful, like in the bottom of your bag, will be good. Of course, this is a Disney pin trading event, so there will be lots of people dressed up in Disney clothes, Disney bounding, you know, Minnie ears, Mickey hats, whatever it is. People will be dressing up. So if you do have any Disney items of clothing, you know, I've got some like ears here that I wear to the pin events. Bring them along. You know, you've paid for these. You don't have a lot of opportunity to wear things like this, so take them to the event, show them off. Everyone else is wearing them as well, so you will completely blend in. Like no one will be bothered. So if you've got Disney things that you want to wear, absolutely bring them. Another thing that I think is going to be easier if you've got a table ticket is like a notebook, some post-it notes, you know, some extra pens. I usually put the prices of my pins on the back of the pin with a sticker, and I'll just write the price on the sticker. But I find with the prices changing so much, I'm constantly taking the stickers on and off, and it's just taking too long. So I'm going to put the prices of the pins in a notebook this time. Might not be a practical option if you're carrying around like a notebook and your pin book and like everything else. So might be best to continue with putting stickers on them. But I'm going to do it via notebook this time to try and stop having to take them out of the book so much. Because I'm constantly like pulling the pins out to like change the stickers and like change the price, and it's so annoying. So I think what I'm going to do is put like page 1, a slight description of the pin and the price, and then that way I don't have to keep taking them out of the book. I can just have it here. This leads into why I'm taking post-it notes. So if people want to trade like multiple pins with me, it might be helpful just to like quickly write down the value of the pins. So I'm going to take some post-it notes just in case I need to make a note of anything. And then I can just like write down the price, and then we've got it right here. And with that, of course, a pen and a highlighter just to help me keep track. One of the fun things about the pin events is that they do Pingo, which is where you can like pop, I think it's like 5 pins, and then you get like a sheet of 6 like bingo like blocks. I'm not very good at explaining, but it's basically bingo with pins. And we all play bingo, and then if someone wins, they win like a whole bunch of pins, which is really fun. So maybe bring like some pens and a highlighter anyway, because when everyone's trying to like scrounge around to find a pen to play the games, it gets a bit manic. So yeah, just take a couple of pens. And I think they've got other games as well, like where you like color in things, or what else was there? Oh, and they did like another type of bingo game where you could like decorate your bingo card. So yeah, just take some pens. Even if you just pop like 2 pens in the pocket of your pin folder, I think that would be really helpful. So you're ready to play the games that they have. My biggest tip, and this applies if you've got a table ticket or a walk around ticket, is take a battery pack. You will be using your phone to check pin prices, to follow people on Instagram, to transfer payment for pins that you're buying, and you will use up your battery a lot quicker than you think. So take a battery pack, make sure it's fully charged. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. We've just got one of these little ones. It doesn't really weigh a lot. Just pop this in your bag because you will regret it if you don't take it. This isn't a necessity, but I've got one of the pin poppers from GoPin Pro. I grabbed this ages ago, and it's really good for like getting pin backs off your pins, getting your pins out of the folder. It just protects your fingers a little bit. So I would recommend taking one of these if you can. Especially when you're all like trading pins and pins are coming in and out of the folders all the time, having one of these can be really helpful. Now, they don't have that many colors, so it can be hard to like differentiate between whose is whose if you're sharing a table, or you've gone up to a table and you've got one and they've got one. So try and put your name on it or find somewhere to make it look a bit different. I've just popped like a Hello Kitty sticker on the back of mine, so I know it's my one if it's just laying around. But these are really great, and I'm pretty sure they're only £6. So if you can get one, you'll have it forever. So I definitely recommend picking one of these up. This is a new thing I'm taking that I haven't taken to another event before, but I really wish I had, and that is a handheld fan. Even when I went to the Stoop in Scotland event in March, it was so hot in that hall. And it's not anything to do with the venue, it's just I get a bit hot. Everyone's walking around, you're walking around, it's very warm in there's a lot of people. So if you can bring a handheld fan, absolutely do it. I regret not taking one before. This was like £5 from B&M, and it's pretty good actually. I mean, you can recharge it and it's got different settings, but just take like any handheld fan that you can, because it's going to be super hot in July. I already know it. I know that hall is going to be really hot, so I'm taking this, and I'm going to use the battery pack to keep this charged all day as well. So these next few things are optional, but things that I think are quite nice to take. So I really wanted to have some little cards that had like my Instagram and TikTok and everything on it, to give out to people that I meet and people that I trade with. And I was looking at getting some business cards, and it was just getting a bit pricey for what I really wanted to spend. So I tried to think of a different way of having some cards that were really clear, really easy, and not too expensive. So I went on free prints, and I made like a little what's it called, like a wallet sized picture, and then I'm just going to cut these out before the event, and then I have these little cards that I can give out. They're not too big, they're not taking up a lot of space in someone's folder or someone's bag. So I'm going to cut these out so I can take these to the event, and then I can just give them out to people that I'm trading with. But I think for me to print off, I think it worked out at about 250 of these individual cards. It was about £7. To get about 250 business cards, you're looking at £20 to £25. So this was like my budget option. It does have the date that it was printed like on the back of the picture, so that will be on there. So that's not ideal, but if you want a budget option just to like easily give out your Instagram name, TikTok name, whatever, this is what I would do, and I'm really happy with how they came out. And I'm just going to cut them out, make them all the same size, and then it'll be easy for me to give them out. That being said, if you are going to the pin event, please pop a comment below. I can't wait to meet everyone. I've been making a lot of friends through Instagram, and I'm so excited to meet everyone, and like do some pre-trades with people. So if you're going to the Pinsane pin event in London in July, please let me know, because I'm so excited to go. So this is totally optional. It's not something you have to do, but I've got quite a few stickers that I'm going to take to give out to people. I have loads of different characters here. I mean, I've got like Cinderella, we've got Winnie the Pooh, we've got Cars, Ariel. I've got some like donut-looking stickers, Hello Kitty stickers, you know, all sorts of different ones. So I'm going to take these to give out to people that trade with me. I'll just give them a few stickers, you know, with the card that has my Instagram and things on it. So I'm just going to give them out to people as like a thanks for trading. It's not something you have to do, so don't feel obliged to do it, but I just think it's nice. And I have also ordered some like bigger sticker sheets where you can like make your own fish bowl or like decorate your own ice cream, and I'm going to give them out to the kids. But these are the ones that I'm just going to give out to anyone that trades with me. And another thing I'm going to add that I don't have here is if you've got any Disney merch that you want to sell or trade, absolutely take it with you. I see so many people that have Loungefly bags, mini ears, you know, those keys that you get from the Disney store as well. So if you've got stuff that you want to trade or sell, absolutely take it with you because everyone's interested in Disney. You know, that's why they're there. So that'll be the best place for you to try and sell some of those bits as well. And another thing I forgot to mention is absolutely take water with you, take a bottle with you, keep yourself hydrated. It's a long day, it's a busy day, and it is really hot. So make sure you have water with you. Also take some snacks. I always take snacks because I'm gluten free and it's just easier for me, makes me feel more comfortable knowing that I've got options that I feel are safe. But it's so busy, you won't even remember to eat. Like I sometimes remember being at the pin event and just getting to like 2 o'clock and thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten anything. Now I feel a bit funny because I haven't eaten anything because I've just been so busy. So yeah, take some snacks, take water, you know, obviously keep yourself hydrated and fueled and things because it is quite a long day. And if you are doing 2 days, you're going to be really tired by the end of it. So yeah, just make sure you take things like that as well. There's definitely going to be things that I've forgotten to mention in this video. So if there is anything else that you would recommend taking to a pin event, please put a comment below. Let me know. You know, this is the first time I've had a table, so it'd be really good to hear other people's advice to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Let's just test this again. It's very, very warm. I wonder if we can hear the fan in the microphone. I really hope not because I'm sweating like you would not believe. Oh my goodness. It's so freaking hot. Another thing, are we recording?